What's the smallest hill you'll die on?
Squeeze the air out of a Ziploc bag before you put the bag in the fridge or freezer. I don't understand why my wife doesn't, and one of these days I'll have a decision to make.
Good to know I won't be dying alone on this hill.
Actual physical push buttons are way better than sensor buttons. Like the Xbox 360 sensor buttons. Edit. I have recently been informed that they are called tactile buttons, physical. And haptic buttons, sensor. So thanks for the bit of knowledge and the awards.
Kind of a similar thing. I'm wanting to get a new car soon, and it drives me nuts that most cars nowadays have touchscreen controls. In my current car, I can change the radio station, turn up the fan, switch to AC all without taking my eyes off the road because it's all knobs and tactile buttons.
Speakerphone is not meant for using in public.
If you, person A, pull open a door and someone, person B, is wanting to come through from the other side, hold the door and let them through. Similarly, if you are the other person, don't dilly-dally, walk through. Because the alternative is person awkwardly trying to pass through whilst struggling to maintain holding the door open, leaving person B waiting awkwardly for them to finish. Happens a lot at my office in the corridors and it does my head in.
Similarly, let people exit the elevator first, before you get in, and, if you're by the doors and it stops at a floor that isn't yours, step aside because _someone needs to get on or off. Man facepalming.
Frozen isn't a Christmas or even a winter movie. It is literally set in the summer. A big part of the plot is that everyone was unprepared for the summer freeze. I will die on this hill.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
Mayonnaise and Miracle Whip are not interchangeable, they are drastically different.
Wait, from my understanding, ISNT Miracle Whip sweet and mayonnaise is not sweet? Do some people think they're interchangeable?
The parents from Parent Trap are WAAAY worse than the parents from Home Alone.
Agreed. One of those twins grew up pretty fed up while the other seems to have disappeared entirely. Turn signals should never be red.
Thankfully only amber indicators are legal in many countries.
Polycarbonate water bottles don't contain any dangerous amount of BPA. It's a marketing ploy by ~3 meters Eastman to force people to use lower life cycle plastics. Triton cracks at 2 years old, and polycarbonate lasts at least 20 years. They know polycarbonate is safe because we haven't stopped using it in high-impact kitchen appliances like food processors and blenders. They created a pootier plastic that hurts the environment to make more money. Cheap canned goods are literally lined with BPA. Polycarbonate bottles have all to do with humans' BPA exposure. If you own a polycarbonate water bottle, keep using it. It has no BPA on it after the first time you wash it. Source: MS Mechanical Engineering focused in polymers. One of my profs posted a few papers on this. Edit. This PDF link.
I'm not sure what polycarbonate is, or what BPA is, but as a child I was told not to reuse Coke bottles as water bottles as the plastic breaks down and makes them carcinogenic. Is that true or bollocks? Sorry, just want to nick a bit of your knowledge quickly.
Totally false. The first use is going to have the most PT halates. The paper I linked is 50% about peat, which is what Coke bottles are made from. You can reuse them until they fall apart with lower health risk than drinking the initial fluid in them. Same goes for bottled water. It's part of the marketing to get you to buy more. Edit. The recycling arrow circle-y thing shows you what plastic of the big six it is. If it is a 1 inside the arrows, it's peat. The one to be scared of is the 6, which is polystyrene and is very bad to be used as a food or water carrying device. Still BPA free though, lol.
Every day and every day are different. And not interchangeable. An everyday walk in the park versus I walk in the park every day.
I work in IT and for us it's login versus login. As in, Jerry forgot his login information. vs. I was going to log into my laptop but my phone rang. Login is a noun. To log in is a verb. Fight me.
Macaroons are not macarons. One has coconut, and one is a sandwich cookie.
I remember in high school my entire class argued with me about this. Macaroons are the little coconut things, while macaroons are the pastry cookie. I argued with my entire social studies class about this, including my teacher, before finally he said, let's look it up. It's not like I got anything out of being the only person right, but damn does it feel good to prove 30 other people wrong. At least they all know the difference now.
Learn how to spell a name before you saddle a kid with it, for F.S. Sake. Edit. Holy poo, this really struck a chord. Most replies I've ever had.
Yes, poor F. They meant Frank though.
Scrubs Season 9 is really Season 1 of a spin-off and should not be considered as part of the original series.
If you are on the highway and you try to move over 2 lanes to sneak into a packed exit right before the guardrail, you have already missed your effing turn. Go to the next exit and turn around or try another route. Before anyone brings it up, no, I am not talking about merging. I am talking about seeing a long line of people waiting to get off an exit, and you breaking the law by crossing solid lines to cut in because you couldn't be F-ed to read the signs for the last 2 miles telling you which lane you need to be in for your exit.
Good drivers miss an exit occasionally. Bad drivers never do.
There is no need for people to say 7 a.m. in the morning. The use of "am" lets us know it's morning.
I'll go one further. There is no need for 7 a.m. at all.
There's a difference between doing well and doing good.
Superman does good, you did well. I forget who said this.
Not all water is the same.
Greedo never even shot his blaster in the theatrical release of Star Wars. Han wasted that sucker before he even had the chance to pull the trigger.
That's no small hill, it's a space station.
It's not a hot water heater. It's a water heater. Edit. It is hilarious how many of you are trying to kill me on this small hill. Not dead yet. Edit number 2. In real life I would never correct someone who says hot water heater when they're talking about their water heater, but it sure has been fun to do it here. Thanks for the awards and the most upvotes I've ever received, and especially thanks for keeping this very important debate fun and civil.
This is now a hill I will also die on.
You should always use your signals when turning or changing lanes. If you don't, you're just lazy and the worst. Communicate what you plan to do with your screaming metal death trap before you are in the process of doing it.
Tall burgers completely nullify all the benefits of burgers, and are an abomination unto cuisine. A good burger is the perfect portable food. It should be edible using only your hands and mouth, without cutlery, and without making too much mess. You should also be able to sample every layer of ingredient in one bite, without dislocating your jaw.
Never understood why people went tall with burger creation. If you want a bigger burger, go wider. It would be way easier to eat a delicious beefy chode.
If you don't like being around others, you're not antisocial, you're asocial. Antisocial is the Joker. Incredibly petty and meaningless, but this always bothers me for some reason.
Jaws must not ever be remade, or retconned, or reimagined, or re-anything. Ever.
Wouldn't want tarnish the legacy that Jaws 4 left.
It is should have, or should have, not should have. This also applies to could and would.
Any one of them cause my heart will give out during any bit of exercise.
You can't thaw something. It's Thor. That's it.
You can't defrost though.
You can't just go around calling every bean paste hummus. Hummus contains, among other things, significant amounts of tahini, chickpeas, and olive oil. If it doesn't contain these things, it is not hummus. I repeat, not hummus. No, Ashley and Braden from the Juice Bar, you don't get to tell me that the white bean and kale mush on that $13 veggie wrap is goddamn hummus. Edit. I stand corrected. Some authentic hummus versions don't have the oil. The tahini and chickpeas are still important though.
Snakes are venomous, not poisonous.
It's Colombia, not Colombia, when referring to the South American country.
A lot. It's 2 effing words.
There's zero reason for 2 Dakotas. Just effing merge into one big Dakota.
It's couldn't care less, and not could care less. This shouldn't even be a question, but you'd be surprised how many people are willing to die on the could care less hill.
I enjoy saying, I could care less, but not much.
Mobile gaming is better when it's simple games like Angry Birds or Fruit Ninja.
Tax should be included in the price with no exceptions.
I don't get why the US doesn't do this. We do it here in England and a lot of other countries. It just seems like a massive inconvenience.
touch screens in cars make them worse in many ways.
Effing thank you. Looking at, reading, processing, and touching touchscreen buttons comes directly at the expense of looking at the road. Meanwhile, you can feel your way across physical buttons and knobs without compromising your safety or that of others on the road around you.
You don't ever remind a person with dementia about the passing of their loved one. It might hurt you to know that they don't remember. Maybe you need the closure of grieving with your loved one who has dementia. But they will not remember that tomorrow. To remind them is to torture them. Think about the first time you learn a loved one died. Think of the pain in that first moment. Every moment after that is slightly less painful. Nothing is like hearing it for it the first time. Tell them once or twice, that's it. Take that time, grieve together, you won't get it ever again. They won't remember it anyway. If they forget, don't fix it. If they ask where they are, you lie. Get creative. Do not put them through the shock and pain of hearing it for the first time. I hate those videos of telling my grandma with dementia that grandpa is gone, when grandpa has been gone for effing years. All you are doing is causing pain. Causing them pain, causing yourself pain, and if you believe in the afterlife you are causing your dead loved one pain. It's horrible. You are damaging yourself and your loved one. Please look into joining AltsConnected.org forum and support groups if you are struggling with caring for a loved one who has dementia. Talk to others in your shoes. Call their helpline. Take care of yourself. Edit. Do you know someone who works as a caregiver? Call them and have a normal boring conversation with them. Don't bring up caregiving unless they do. Just call them and chat.
Greeters in shop entrances are annoying and unnecessary. Edit. Just to clarify, I'm from the UK, so the American customer styles don't work here very well since we are grumpy gooses. Our big stores, like supermarkets, don't tend to have greeter anymore. They will have security guards and customer service desks nearby so you can ask questions. It's the small shop that have them, and they stand by the door watching you and jump on you the second you even look in the window.
They're only for loss prevention. There's someone already there when the detectors beep. Greeting people is just the happy facade. Edit. A lot of you seem to think you need to be an NFL linebacker to stop people from stealing. Just someone being there asking you is enough to stop 90% plus of theft. It's great that you're some kind of cyborg that can just walk through with confidence and not get stopped, but that's not how most people work. It's like having a fake bike lock. The idea is to stop people from even trying. Edit 2. Literally everyone who works at Walmart learns this. They use it as an example of why we don't need unions, because the people greeter was an employee idea, that they later realized reduced theft.
Returning a shopping cart is not that hard. It's the least you can do when utilizing a service. Edit. I seem to be blessed with the copious cart returns HEB provides to add to the list why they are the best grocery store. Also, I do mean to the cart return, not all the way to the store. The true annoyance is the people that exert the effort to hop the curb and put it in the grass when the return is 2 spaces away.
Also a great moral test. The shopping cart is the ultimate litmus test for whether a person is capable of self-governing. To return the shopping cart is an easy, convenient task, and one which we all recognize as the correct, appropriate thing to do. To return the shopping cart is objectively right. There are no situations other than dire emergencies in which a person is not able to return their cart. Simultaneously, it is not illegal to abandon your shopping cart. Therefore, the shopping cart presents itself as the apex example of whether a person will do what is right without being forced to do it. No one will punish you for not returning the shopping cart. No one will fine you, or kill you for not returning the shopping cart. You gain nothing by returning the shopping cart. You must return the shopping cart out of the goodness of your own heart. You must return the shopping cart because it is the right thing to do. Because it is correct. A person who is unable to do this is no better than an animal. An absolute savage who can only be made to do what is right by threatening them with a law and the force that stands behind it. Source: some meme. Freshly grated sharp cheddar cheese is better than store-bought grated cheese, and the difference is noticeable in the meal, especially in tacos.
When putting cheese or salami onto a Ritz crackers, you put it on the not salted side so that you can taste the salt when you bite into it. My wife feels the opposite, and we've been arguing about it for 15 years.
You're right, and your wife has been living a miserable existence. By the way, I think this might be advanced level cheese and cracker analysis that laymen are incapable of.
It is very possible people can change. But don't go wasting your life waiting for it.
Those new LED headlights should be banned. They might make the owner safer but not other drivers as they drive into effing ditches because they were blinded by Klieg lights masquerading as car lights.
Or at least have a limited brightness. You can turn down the brightness of a LED, while still maintaining the efficiency and reliability of them.
Carpet flooring in bathrooms trigger me skeptical smiley face. Just don't put a carpet in a bathroom. A bath mat is fine so you don't slip when you get out the shower, but not the whole carpet floor. Edit. Holy crap, thank you so much for all the upvotes and replies.
This exists? Who in their right mind would put carpet in a bathroom?
It's more convenient to type something into Google than to say the words aloud to Alexa.
Niche is pronounced niche, not niche. I'm fine with pretty much all Americanisms, but this one just feels like the auditory equivalent of stubbing one's toe.
Fire ant hill.
Anything with glitter can F right off. Asterisk edit 1. Sorry, this edit is a few days late. I want to apologize for not being as active in the comments as I should have been. I honestly didn't expect to get this many likes, and I didn't know so many people hate glitter as much as I do lol. Thank you all for the likes and awards. The Reddit family is amazing. Less than 3.
I shouldn't have to pay more for safety features in a car.
If it doesn't have shelves, drawers, or any storage space, it is a table. Not a desk.
The Oxford comma is not optional.
Toilet paper flap falls to the front. Roll of paper.
Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.